Your weekend at Effy's never has to end. Join us on the Patreon and get access to all the bonuses. I'm talking extra episodes, early access, fun furry friends, merch discounts, and wait, is that unique art coming right to my house in the mail? There are so many ways to support. Just go to weekendateffys.com. Join the club, hang out with everybody, ask the questions you want to ask of the podcast, and see how much more Weekend at Effy's you can fit into your life. There's so much there, and you're going to love it. And it's the only way to support Effy on Patreon. Weekendateffys.com. Come hang out. Wow. After a rough week of being humiliated online by far-right thought leaders, Effy doesn't care because Effy's here to make huge announcements, to talk about wrestling, to get into the deep of things, and to let you know that, yeah, I'm probably running for president. Sorry, I'm going to spoil it here. There's going to be a theme song in the future episodes, but you'll hear about that. It's Weekend at Effy's. Okay, I think you were right. Are we going?
My favorite phrase. Love to hear it.
I'm just imagining
music to my
hold
ears
on,
every time.
Peter,
It's
hold on.
golden words.
Okay, number one, how are you, Peter? Good to see you.
I'm 10 points better than I was from where we started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just because I said, okay, we need a theme song. I just imagined this starting in my head, and then I saw the video of me being like, please subscribe to the Patreon, and then I was like,
and then the really unsmooth transition into the podcast.
I think it's the smoothest possible transition.
It's the smoothest possible.
Which is
it's
right
the
into
smoothest
it.
possible.
Right into it.
It's not smooth, though.
You don't think it's smooth?
No, it needs something.
So, it's just like, it's like, do you propose with a diamond ring, or do you just say you're going to tattoo it on your finger? It feels permanent. It feels like a permanent decision. And I've been here, and we've been on Weekend at Effy's for a long time. And like, to put one 20-second audio clip into encapsulating everything that goes on here, I think pretty hard. I think it's pretty difficult. We've got to do it soon because I can feel the earth moving around us right now in a way that is, and I don't know how to. I'm about to be back on top, bitch. Can I say it like that?
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're about to get people coming to the party that we're having over here, and I want to get it like locked into place. But I'm also like, number one, Peter, I know, like, we've had this conversation. It's incredible that I'm Effy, right? Like, it's incredible. But also, if everything is fingered by Effy, if the fingerprint of Effy is on every single thing, it does get to be a little overwhelming personally for me. So I can't imagine other people. It might be too much. So I think it's like, I need it to be a theme song that isn't made by me.
Okay.
And so the last thing I want to do in this economy, right?
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't really think that was the holdup.
Peter, the holdup is that I
didn't think that you were like in the lab,
Peter,
mixing and
I want to say something.
Pulling that old guitar off the wall.
I want to say something. The guitar,
shaking the dust off of it.
Hold on. I want to say something, Peter. I want to say something. I'm one of the most gifted,
yes,
and talented singer-songwriters of our generation.
Okay.
As the grandchild of someone with a Grammy and for Christian Gospel Ensemble, and as someone who has played a variety of instruments, I did think that if there's going to be a song there, we got to make sure it's a good song.
Yeah, 100%. I will say, though, that my familiarity with your output and...
Yeah, it's me and Bebop playing two notes and he screams.
More so that there was a point in time where if you would have been placed right within the culture, Jamie Kennedy would have had something to worry about.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I won a Battle of the Bands one time and was gifted an Xbox 360, which I sold to a roommate at a later date when I was in a rap hip-hop ensemble. Did you know that?
I think I knew about the Xbox 360.
How could you forget? If you want to go back through the history of Effy, musically, there have been moments that, like, I can't even dream to fathom for other artists. You know what I mean? Like, Who opened for Jeffree Star before we found out they were a Nazi? Probably.
Right.
It was me.
Yeah.
Who opened for like a G6 Dev? Not the guys who did the beat, just the girl. Me. Who won the Battle of the Bands and got an Xbox 360? Me. Who was number 42 last year on the PWI of wrestlers? Me. Who was the number 1 gay? Me. You just like, what I'm seeing is,
So
across all forms, I'm able to conquer.
this is just something you need to let go of.
But I'm saying that, like, that's why it's been such a hard creative thing to say, I'm going to put my stamp on a song that represents me forever. I can always put my stamp on my voice. But now I'm like, okay, do we just pick a bad song so I don't even think we're putting a good one out there?
What podcasts do you listen to that have what podcasts are you listening to right now?
I'm listening to So True with Caleb Heron.
Okay.
I'm listening
Does
to
it have a
48
theme song?
Hours. It does.
Okay.
I don't think it has any words in it.
Okay.
I'm listening to Gianmarco Ceresi's podcast.
Does it have a theme song?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm listening to 48 Hours.
Okay. Does it
Oh,
have
one
a
of the best theme songs, and on
song?
1.5, it goes so hard.
I can't believe
the
you do that
staccato
still.
on the strings in the 1.5 speed on 48 Hours, it puts a thump in my chest like you can't believe. People see me in the sauna after I go to the gym, and they're like, "Oh, he's soaking in sweat, and he looks like his heart is beating out of his chest." It's because I'm listening to 48 Hours in the sauna. Because if I'm in the sauna and I need to meditate, I need to feel every in and out of that story.
Is it Nick Nolte?
No.
No? 48 Hours?
No, it's not Nick Nolte.
And Eddie Murphy?
Oh, the film 48
Yeah.
Hours? I'm talking about the investigative
Okay.
investigative television show made into a podcast. Also available in Spanish on the My Cultura Podcast Network.
Okay.
My Cultura Podcast Network.
Okay.
You can get 48 Hours in Spanish.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm saying is,
Are those the only podcasts you're listening to?
No, I'm listening to other podcasts.
Okay.
Do you want to see other podcasts I'm
Yeah.
listening to?
Yeah.
All right, this is good. Let's get into this. You think I'm culturally devoid sometimes, I think.
I don't think you're culturally devoid.
Let's see what I'm listening to. You ready for this? Last podcast on the left. Rorschach murder at City Hall. True crime blackmail. Blood Will Tell. The Audible original. So true. I'm listening to Stop Podcasting Yourself, which has been very fun. I don't know any of the people on this show, but Cole Cabana told me to listen to it, and I like it.
You told me to listen to it, and this is the inherent problem with podcasts is I have had it like as my save subscribed shows, and I haven't listened to a single episode.
Do you want to hear other ones I've been listening to?
Oh, you got to get rid of that one.
Which one? Dateline?
No. Go to your recents. Hang on. No. Go back off of downloaded.
Yeah.
It's not going to be funny because we're on the.
Well,
podcast.
it's not. You don't have to
Okay.
say
There
it.
was something I saw pop up that another one of
You
my
can bring it up
podcasts
later.
I had to nix off of there.
Okay, well, just fill me in. Let me know what's going on. Don't leave me hanging here. I don't want to mess it up. Either way, we're getting a podcast theme song, and I don't want to do there's this thing shitty wrestlers do where they're like, everybody, you can make a design for my contest, and I'll pick the winner. Bands do it too.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But if it's in your heart and you have free time and you have an idea and you're okay with me being like, I don't know if this is it, give it a go with us, please. We love it. I would prefer it be somebody on the Patreon because then it's like we can gift you Patreon months.
Yeah.
We can do something cool. We can send you stuff and we can make it fun. But we're up for anything. We're up for podcast theme songs. And it's going to make, I think you're going to like this podcast.
We're going to be stuck with it, and you're going to be stuck with it. So make it something you like.
And not too long.
No, not too long at all.
We got to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying this too because, as we become kind of a bigger deal and as America culturally recognizes my importance finally. Sorry, I just have to be this girl today. I'm going to be honest. I do have to have, this is so funny. She's walked into the shirt to where she cannot.
Lucy was playing in your laundry earlier. And somehow, when she was coaxed out of the big mountain of laundry,
She was wearing a tank top.
half wearing a tank top, and now she's fully wearing a tank top, and it's proving difficult for her mobility.
Big Gay Brunch UK returns to TNT Extreme Wrestling September 27th, 2026. Isn't that funny? She picked that tank top. All right, go lay down. She's getting stuck in it. What I was going to say is I do have to, for all I've been hyping myself up, I do have to say I was humiliated in the public eye.
Yeah?
Yeah. You were off Twitter, right?
Yes.
Now, I've been told before by people that when I speak, true or not true, it is in character. And I use that to my benefit sometimes. I did maybe start some rumors that Rudy Giuliani was already dead. And it was also one of those tweets that I just like wanted to say it, and then it gained a little traction. And so I woke up yesterday, and not only had it gotten like 1 million views, they also had done the X like this isn't true thing.
You got community noted.
I got community noted 100%, which was fine. But then today, Peter, I opened my phone and I have no notifications on, Peter. I have no notifications on. Okay. People will call my phone and it goes right to voicemail, and that's on purpose. And I don't see any notifications, but I check my texts in the morning. And someone had texted me the cat turd quote tweet of Rudy Giuliani's team responding to me, where I said Rudy Giuliani is dead, and they wrote not. All they wrote was not. And then the other tweet where they responded to someone said he is still recovering in the hospital, referring to him as he's not the one tweeting it. So people are like, oh, Rudy roasted you. And he did. Okay. Did he ratio me? Rudy Giuliani did ratio me. But I'm going to let you know something. Our podcast Patreon subscribers, they're getting this probably pretty soon after we record it. The rest of the world is not going to get this until Monday.
Yeah, this evening, in fact, is when you will get it.
And so I'm just going to say something right here that may be proven indirectly false and from a fictional pro wrestling character. But I'm going to quote tweet that no with Never Forget on Monday when they announced that you had already passed over the weekend. They may do it Sunday night. Rudy, don't mess with me. I'm a soothsayer. I've been gifted the vision of generations of the future. And honey, your team can write whatever they want, but those last rites, baby, we know where this goes. I saw it on Snapchat. It's over, honey. We'll see it Monday when I quote tweet it with Never Forget to Rudy Giuliani. Here's where we're at, though. And we're going to get to a lot of stuff, Peter. I've always been someone who has liked poking the bubble. I had someone speak to me, and we're going to talk about the Focus Pro show in Boston, but I had someone come up to me, and he's like, I'm heterosexual. I'm a white guy. It's really cool what you're doing, and it's really cool to watch you like poke at reality. And recently in Las Vegas, I don't know if you know this, Charles Dickens talked about being visited by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, future. Every 5 years or so, I'm visited by a particular ghost as well. And I was told by this ghost over the Las Vegas timeline to like buckle up. And I think we're buckling up because now we're crossing into another bubble push, and I need the people to be ready because a lot of people will still say, Effy, he's just an independent artist. Oh, he's just a wrestler out here on the internet. No, Peter. As we've discussed before, Effy also wins Battle of the Bands. Effy also opens for Jeffree Star. And now Effy, after paying off my suspended license yesterday for my martyrdom in prohibition of cannabis, in preparation for the end of my long-standing probation as an American citizen, all I'm going to say, Peter, is my record is completely clean as of May 26th, and my 36th birthday is June 7th, and that means, as of May 26th, I'm a 35-year-old man who can run for president, okay?
36-year-old man.
No, June 7th, I'll turn 36. Can't you be president at 35?
Oh, I thought it was 36.
Well, I turned 36 in June 7th, but I'm, as of May 26th, a free man and 35. But I'm saying that as I enter my 36th year, okay? You see where I'm getting at?
I see what you're getting at.
All right? At 23, I entered the world of wrestling, right? And at 33, they tried to crucify me, but they couldn't. I don't know if you remember this.
And at 35, you ran for president, even though it was for 2 weeks.
And at 36, I finally ran for president. All I'm saying is that as of that day, I'm legally compliant. Born in the U.S., check. That's why you have to stay on my security team, though. I'd much rather you be in office than me, but given the circumstances of your Kenyan birth, it can't happen. You can be head of the team. You can be like number one in charge.
How
of
far
the
up will
elections.
they let me get?
What do you mean?
Is it just president? Can I be vice president?
You can be pretty much anything. I think you can be a senator even.
But no.
No?
No, because if something happened to the president, you would have to become president.
Yeah, but maybe it's like maybe you tag somebody in. I don't know how the tag team system works with this. I do know that Kiefer Sutherland was the what's the survivor?
Survivor?
Yeah, like the
what do
last.
You mean they tagged him in for his
remaining
dad?
survivor. No, he did
What
that
are you talking
show.
about?
He did that show where he has to wait in the room because the president gets killed, and he's like, "Oh, designated survivor," with Kiefer Sutherland.
No,
you didn't see this show.
No.
Okay, so it's about the person who has to be always locked in a room in case they get the president.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
I saw his Time Master show. What was that? 24?
Oh yeah, 24.
Where
the whole
controlled
season
time?
is 24 hours. He never poops, which is pretty crazy. Over the course of a day, you poop, but he never pooped. Let me not get off topic here.
Did they account for commercial breaks?
Well, it beeps at the time that's going on.
Yeah.
In the commercial break.
Yeah.
So there's parts you don't see.
So he's probably pooping during commercial break.
But you can't always. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to hold.
He's the master of time.
Well, he's not. He's running out of it. The whole series is he's running out of it. He's running out of time.
I saw him with all those clocks.
He doesn't own the clocks. The clocks are in his mind because he knows time is running out.
This makes no sense.
We're seeing it through his vision.
This makes no sense.
Designated survivor. That makes sense.
Sure.
Makes total sense. Okay. They were thinking me, and I'm thinking to myself, we got to do it. And I'm not. We're in the day and age too, where there's no hierarchy anymore. Okay. I'm not running for a community council seat over here. I'm not running for what do they call it?
They're going to be a community leader.
A community leader, yeah. What are they? Where you go and you talk to the city council, and the woman's like, "I don't know why I'm here. I'm not doing that. I'm running for president." And we're also gonna have the option, instead of an election, to do a Dana White slap fight for the presidency. It does seem to be an option.
Yeah. I think I know somebody that could win that.
Me. I would win that.
Yeah?
I mean, Stunt would definitely win that. That's incredible.
Yeah, I'm just saying we know someone.
You're saying if I need a pinch
we have
hitter,
the opportunity.
I think it's like a Rocky IV thing where, like he's going to coach me up, I think he could teach me how to slap. I guess what we're saying is I'm not only going to need an official theme song for the podcast.
See, you need someone like Stunt Marshall, though, because there's the consideration of what kind of brain they're walking into the White House with, depending on how the slap fight goes.
Yeah.
Because if you get hit pretty hard, this presidency thing might not go too well.
I can think of other things that would make your brain bad, like syphilis would make it pretty hard to be president, I think. So, I don't know. I can take one.
So you're saying the bar is lower already?
Yeah, and this is kind of what I'm getting to, too, is like, as I, prepare to make this announcement, who got the slush funds? You know what I mean? Where's the slush funds of all the... I'm not trying to take
You're
any...
talking about who owns the machines.
I'm talking about, like, once I start saying
that the slushies go into at all the 7-Elevens.
I'm, like, announcing it, but no, I'm talking about, like, when does the Illuminati reach out and be like, here's the $30 million for your campaign? And then it's, like, doesn't matter if I win or lose. Isn't there, like, as a public person, now that I say I'm doing it, don't they, like, move in now?
You're waiting for your Peter Thiel money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, once again, that guy couldn't beat me in a slap fight. So what are you going to do, Peter Thiel? You're going to send a drone, dude? I think flirt with Peter Thiel, make him fall in love with me, and then verbally abuse him in a way that makes him sign his empire over to me, but he's dead. I open a bunch of children's hospitals with the money, and I buy elephants.
You make him fall in love with you, and then you convince him that you are the Antichrist.
Do you think he's into that, though? Is he, like, he wants the Antichrist, or he's against it?
I think he wants it.
Like, and that's the funny thing about J.D. Vance is, like, as soon as Clavicular was like, he can't win, he's too tubby, he started doing the Ozempic, and then he got the beard, and then he got it up. But it's like watching somebody bring their racehorse that you know is not going to do well to the dance, and you're like, hey Peter, didn't you say you were bringing the Antichrist to take over the nation? Where's And he's like, it's not this guy. And he's like, wait, is he saying I could be the anti? And he's like, I don't. We're trying, man. We're trying. We're doing our best here. He has to be like embarrassed of the one he chose.
Yeah.
He chose Baby from Hillbilly Elegy, and he's surprised that that this guy isn't measuring up. The old pill baby couch fucker isn't quite the Antichrist. They kept sending him into popes, and they didn't tell you this. This is what's crazy. The Pope didn't just die after meeting J.D. Vance. He hung himself. The Pope took his fucking hat with the strings, and he ran that thing up and just fell off the side of that medical bed because he said, oh my God, they think this is the Antichrist? And he said, I'm out of here. This is embarrassing for all of you. This is the power we're up against. He goes, I'm going to heaven. I'm over this. J.D. Vance can't. I don't think J.D. Vance could even tie his shoes bending over. Okay. And that's who Peter Thiel wants to put in charge. I'm just saying we're at a new point in dark woke and in leftist politics where we got to just start roasting these people to their face, right? Rudy Giuliani's team should have to answer to me when I claim that he's dead, right? When the gay pro wrestler in pantyhose who just had his internet pay-per-view wrestling show highlighting LGBTQ people says you're dead, they have to clock it. Like, it's embarrassing that you got more likes than me, right? But it's so embarrassing. I'm someone you have to respond to.
Yeah.
And in the current position where I am a pretend fighter, I'm doing this much damage already. And let's talk about.
They had to send Cat Turd to get on the case.
They had to send Cat Turd 2 because his first account got blown up. Cat Turd 2 to get on the case to let people know, like, roast this guy. And of course, I had just changed my X profile to be a gay pro wrestler with a loud mouth, and so we'll go through them later. You should see my messages. Honestly, some of the girls are lining me up, and their homophobic right-wing hate speech is like poetic gay clap. Like, it's so good. But also, I want to keep wrestling forever, but I'm going, if it's so easy for me right now to clap these people into a frenzy, let's clap them into a frenzy, Peter. Let's move on up the ranks, dude. John Ossoff, I don't want to fight you, but I think you should give me the seat. I think if they met me and met you, they would say, you should counsel him, but maybe he should be handling business because you're not actually getting anything done, you know? Warnock, he's a great guy, wonderful guy, not getting anything done, you know? Even Marjorie Taylor Greene, you know, she's having her moment where she's like, Trump is wrong, but now she's going, go ahead and pre-take your ivermectin for the hantavirus. Guys, stop going into a tizzy and look at me. I never lied to you. I've never lied to you. And I don't want to lie to you. And I want to continue to have this be a space where I can interview people who I want to interview. But also, Obama should be on my podcast. What are we doing? I'm not talking Mark Maron days. I'm going, I want to hear Obama now fill me in on what I need to be doing for my campaign. And then I'll go, and I'm going to do whatever I want, Obama, because you were president in 2008. And it's the year of our F, okay? The year of our F, 2028. How do you see this going, Peter? Let me get some of the. I mean, we're still brainstorming the whole thing, but
okay, all right. The biggest question,
yeah,
is when you do get elected, what are you doing with the freestyle machine?
Are you talking about the Coke freestyle machine?
Yeah, the one that Trump put in during his first presidency, during Trump 1.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but McDonald's is actually moving to remove all soda fountains from their locations to be accessible by the public in front. I want to say this. If I'm the president of this country, if you elect William Taylor Gibson, SAG name Taylor Effy Gibson, to this office, not only are there going to be more Coke freestyle machines, they're all going to have Baja Blast. And we're also going to put a warning on the front. And you know what it's going to say? It's going to kill you if you drink too much of this crap, okay? We're going to let the people make a choice. Because if you want to just suck down Baja Blast all day, you should have that right as an American. And if you want Diet Dr. Pibb or whatever they got, that's there too. Nobody's judging you. What do you think about the Coke freestyles? You love them?
They are subpar soda quality. What you get in choice, you lose in quality. That's what I think about them.
You think the soda packs that they're putting in there are flavor
I
deprived?
seek out the McDonald's Coca-Cola because it's the best.
Yeah. People who are Sprite
dispensed
fans
Coca-Cola.
are really big on McDonald's.
Yeah, but Sprite has just declined so much in recent years. 7-Up is what Sprite used to be.
What do you think about Starry?
I don't know Starry.
Starry is formerly Sierra Mist.
Oh, it's probably not. I'm not a big Mountain Dew. That whatever Sierra Mist, whatever that thing is.
Yeah, we're making the companies work together.
Yeah.
In my Coca-Cola freestyle, my Coca-Cola Yum Brands, Pepsi, KFC, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell freestyle.
Mr. Pibb, not that good anymore.
I don't know. The bottled Mr. Pibb's been pretty on fire. It's been pretty good for me, but nothing's gonna beat. What is it? Mr. Fago.
Mr. Fago.
I think it's Mr. Fago. Yeah, so I'm running for office, but only if like y'all pay me to do it. And I'm not talking about Effy fans and people on the Patreon. I'm talking about like the government should look at me right now and know that in this country, in 43 states, I have drawn people in and they have fallen in love with my messaging, which has been broad. And now I'm going to tighten that thing up. We're going to have microscopic messaging to everything you need to know. And I'm going to go back across this country. You know what I've known? You know what I've known, Peter? You know what a lot of people don't know? I've been to a lot of places. I've wrestled in 43 states. I've wrestled on 4 continents. I've wrestled in multiple countries. Let me tell you something about people, okay? Is it easy to get lost in the sauce and have propaganda overtake your news streams and people be sent down wrong paths of thinking? Yes. But for the most part, you know, if you really check in, most people are okay. They're all right. And what we got to do is we got to, number 1, shut down MySpace. Number 2, shut down Facebook. Number 3, shut down Twitter. I say that as someone on there. And then number 4, we're going to have block parties. And everybody's invited, and it's a potluck. And if you poison anybody, then you get your legs ripped off. That's the number 1 thing we're doing. And it's going to cure this country. When we used to have 5 TV channels, Peter, what was everybody doing? What was everybody talking about the next day?
What was on those 5 TV channels?
We're getting rid of a lot of these shows.
Oh.
You don't want that?
No, this sounds bad.
All right.
As a member of SAG-AFTRA.
Okay,
See,
wait.
this is the thing, is I was about to say, do you want to run down the issues? And immediately you ran into the problem that I was worried about, that like not everything across the board.
Okay, wait. Did I become a fascist immediately?
Like you immediately just started doing shit in like Indonesia. Like it's... We're gonna lock people's feet off for
just like
simple
WWE
crime.
Cyber Tuesday.
I've heard of that one before.
You're gonna be able to vote on everything I believe in. Okay, you're gonna be able to vote on all the things I believe in live on the Effy app, which we're opening. It's only 99 cents to purchase, and then you can participate in democracy by voting for who I am that day. This isn't going well, is it?
No.
All right, well, we got to go back to the drawing board. This isn't the official announcement.
Yeah, humanity needs to go back to the drawing board. You're hitting a lot of the problems that are facing us as civilization.
Well, I think I've got some good ideas, and I think that's why you build a team. Like, think about if George Bush didn't have Condoleezza Rice around. You know, would he have done as many war crimes? Probably not. You know, so you got to pick and choose who your team is, and it's good to know that you're already like, kind of covering the bases for me.
You watched that Mari on
Freelance?
Yeah, just going through the roster of Bush administration people and going like, I golfed with him, or Condi was a sweetheart, like just the loveliest, most calming presence.
Here's the thing, are you going to have to go to golf charity tournaments with war criminals? Well, they're going to ask you to, but I've been really inspired this week by Melissa Barrera. You know about her?
Who's this?
She was the Scream actress.
Oh,
they kicked off the set for
yeah.
speaking out for Palestine.
Yeah.
And she said not only did Boots Riley reach out to her, but Boots Riley inspired her to start her own production company because there's a lot of people getting blacklisted right now. And so I'm saying, number 1, I've already got like a bunch of sick ideas for movies that'll go along with my campaign. Number 2, I got a whole roster of very capable, physically gifted stunt actors who understand emotion at my Rolodex. Isn't that crazy? We're about to have some crazy guests on here too as this expands. This is expansion summer. What's funny to me about Effy, as a concept, Peter, as we kind of talk this week about everything, is that I keep like oopsie daisy getting bigger. Like it hasn't like repressed or regressed in a way that's really interesting to me. And I think I was talking with Jordan Oliver this weekend at Focus Pro, and we'll kind of get into talking more about Focus Pro this weekend. But I was sort of like, I love having these like hearty argument style conversations with him because we both love wrestling so much that we're willing to like argue the points and be right or be wrong. But we're both also fascinated with the fact that like, no matter how much of this puzzle we figure out and solve, there's always more puzzle. There's just keeps being more puzzle. And it's very intriguing and interesting that when I kind of put that over what my career has been so far and what I've done so far just in wrestling or even before that, you're sort of like, oh, I keep getting to put these skills into new like slots in my abilities wheel, you know, just kind of tied to video games, where there's skills I gain from other things that then I find myself in situations where I go, oh. And it's why the American resume is dead as well, because there are so many skills I could never convey on a paper resume that anybody could convey on a resume that like don't, or things that look good on a resume that don't apply to the real world. And, you know, as I kind of keep expanding into my world of like, I only want to work for me, which is it's a little idealish because I'm constantly working for other people, but you know, with the idea that I'm still in the driver's seat of what I'm going to be doing. It is interesting to see how much I've enjoyed the expansion of what I've gotten to do, whether that be in voice acting or in doing seminars or in doing matches or in, you know, waking up and realizing that you can always push through to another level. And, you know, for as good as I've been at selling a feud as a babyface in wrestling, if I was actually a real person and discussing things outside of my character, I think America needs a babyface right now. And I'm tired of sitting around going, who's going to be the babyface? All right. Because if we wait around, Kamala's going to do it again. Right. Because nobody will just go, you need, young lady, this was a poorly run campaign. She thinks, oh, well, I only lost because Joe Biden dropped out halfway and then I had to pick up the slack. No, she lost because nobody can understand what the fuck you're talking about with the coconut tree. And that sets everybody off. Right now, you got to talk people regular to their face. And number one, y'all have to stop wearing $600 shoes. What are we doing?
So this is totally like rumor, alleged, everything. I may or may not know. I've had an employee whose brother worked on the campaign, and as soon, this is like someone who professionally works on like Democratic campaigns, and as soon as the switch over happened and they made like the first big assessment and everything, the conclusion was this is completely dead in the water.
Yeah, and the thing is that I don't think a lot of these politicians are connected with humans. I don't think a lot of them are on any side are connected with human beings.
Well, how could you be if you would get, you know, a conclusion like that and be like, yeah, we're going to do it anyway because this is, you know, good for my career or whatever.
Yeah. Also, like, I've always been a believer that if you want to be a politician, you absolutely should not. I in no way want to be a politician. Yeah. Peter, I don't. But I'm reading the guy who tried
You'd
to
be
shoot.
really bad at it. Like, we've already figured that out, which is like the kind of person that you would need.
Are good.
Because that's the problem with politics.
You think I'll get in there and hide the aliens from you?
No, it's just look, the aliens themselves are not hiding from me. The problem is the job itself, you know, like it's become like kissing babies and shaking hands, and there's nothing real about any of that, to where I do love seeing these just like random people in the middle of nowhere go, fuck it, I'm gonna run for some kind of office, something, because this is insane that, you know, any of this is the way that it is. And I don't know if any of that stuff, I mean, hopefully it'll start getting more traction in the future, but it is just like you need someone to be like, this is just me as a human being and my intentions are true, I'm gonna fuck it up, because all that we have is people just making excuses for every time that they do something poorly with wrong motivations on top of that.
We need a brute. That's why they're killing us on the right side, and that's why they can oppress us, is they're willing to be brutes.
Yeah.
And I'm a slugger, and I hate it, but I'm looking at it, I'm going, you're going to have to slug. You just have to slug. You got to do it. You know, the Christians used to tell me Trump was the salty sailor. You know,
Yeah.
Jesus sends the salty sailor. You may
Yeah.
not like his words,
Yeah.
but he'll get the job done. I think the salty sailor needs to be assaulted by a saltier sailor, and I want to break men. That's why I always tell women, I'm like like gay, but it's because I respect women too much that I would never do that to them. But like, I will disrespect a man. I will disrespect a man. I will make a man subservient, and I won't even enjoy it. I'll just know it's what I have to do to keep things in line. There's a lot of wives out there that would really benefit from sending your husband out for the weekend and letting him come be subservient to somebody who's going to tell him how it's getting done. Because these men aren't used to be spoken down to, so they speak down to other people.
Do you want to know the secret?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on already.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying let's use it. Let's do it. Let's bring them out. This is what I'm really disgusted with is I figured out I was gay like a little too late, to where if I had been gayer and running around the University of South Carolina, I could have been inside of Lindsey Graham. Let's just be honest.
I have that same thought.
You know, like if I would have just nutted up and been a gay,
Yeah.
I would have ended up getting paid to do horrible things with Lindsey Graham, like many of the South Carolina rent boys have done and refused to speak on and refused to step out on because they like money too much. I wish I would have been able to, the amount of, if I would have known back then, like I could have been setting up Republicans to get taken out with my beautiful young male body. Would have been on that in a heartbeat. And for you sickos out there that aren't saying anything, you're sick. Are we going to get in trouble for this podcast?
Maybe a little.
I really don't care. Honestly, once again, we need a slugger. We need a brute. I'm ready to do it. I'm kind of mad about it. Really, what has also been having me think about this, and I don't want to get too big brained, but I do want to say it is really incredible to see how I have not changed anything about Effy, but the NWA has invited Effy to come be a part of it. And I think it's fascinating that in a culture in wrestling right now where people are being asked to take pay cuts, people are going to agents to find out what they're supposed to do, people have writers doing what they need, I am being told by management that if I'm so right, if my words are so true, if you believe you can make a better product than what we're doing, come show us. Come let us find out. I've been gifted the opportunity as someone who has a standing in all of wrestling. I have no standing in NWA, but I'm given the opportunity because they know where I stand in wrestling to come in and face their top contender, the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, the same linear champion that Ric Flair held, that Dusty Rhodes held. I'm coming in and I'm going to shake things up, and I'm already confirming, I don't care if they haven't announced it or not, that I'm being asked to be in Atlanta for the NWA pay-per-view on June 6th, the day before my birthday, which I think is very fascinating and in center stage again here in Atlanta to be making my presence felt. And I'll let them do the announcing on the matches and things, but I haven't been given any instruction other than to be myself and, don't do anything to offend the children necessarily, but I'm speaking in a way where my gifts and talents are being allowed to flourish. Basically, they're saying, back it up then. Show us. Show us people will watch you. Show us people will like what you're putting out. And the rest of wrestling is instead going, we don't want to hear anything from you wrestlers. We're going to tell you what to do. And if you talk back to us or want more money, we're sending you on the road. Bye. See ya. And so to see wrestling companies go, maybe this could work. And this guy wasn't nice to us, but maybe this could work. I then want to go in and make it work. I'm someone who I hope you bring me in because you think it will benefit your business and not because you want to be friends with me, right? There's plenty of people who bring me in because it's good for their business and because we're friends. That's not a problem. I love that. But to have someone say, you talk shit about me, you talk shit about my company, you publicly did not make us look good, but I think you have some ideas that could work. Would you be willing to come in? That's a handshake I'm taking every time. That's a handshake I took with Violent J. That's a handshake I'm taking with Billy Corgan. It's a handshake I'm about to take with all of America. The people who I have found out, and I've explained this to people before, and they're like, you're sick. People who hate me or dislike me or have me muted or blocked because I've said something they disagree with or I've gone over the line or I've done something a little wild, the amount of people that come up to me at shows and say, I fucking hated you, but now I understand it. I've been in front of you. You're fucking with everything. You're messing with everything. You're seeing how far you can get. You're seeing what you can mess with. You're seeing where your fingerprint lays. And it's very fascinating to watch you work, or it's much more exciting, or I didn't think I'd be into it based on what I knew about you. All I'm saying is y'all are going to be the first to know when Cat Turd buys a shirt off the web store. Okay? You're going to be the first ones I tell on this podcast when Rudy's team sends me some of the Rudy coffee posthumously because I was correct and they want me to stay quiet because of what I saw on Snapchat. Okay? You can just say you saw it on Snapchat now, and it's sort of like, they showed me on Snapchat. I know the truth. They showed me on Snapchat.
I've seen the aliens.
Peter, I had so much fun this weekend at Focus Pro in Boston, and it was a record, Peter. I landed in Boston at 9 a.m. and I took off out of Boston at 8:45 p.m. When I landed, I had breakfast with some old friends. I guess I can discuss it now because the Produce New York City promotion, the match graphic is out. And as we find ourselves in a very different place in time in the world, I find myself across again from many familiar faces. Mance Warner is teaming up with Effy again. And Steph DeLander is not our valet, but is our kind of our coach on the outside and kind of our check-in person to make sure things don't get chaotic. And we're taking on Wes Fatty, known as Beastman, as well as Mad Dog Connolly, who I just booked on my show and who is a psychopath. And in their corner coaching, I guess they just made the deal today, will be Allie Catch. Bussy is not continuing. We are not in a match together. She can stay her ass out in the corner. I wish her the best. But it is wild that I land and get to have breakfast with Mance and Steph before we go to this show. And we kind of just saw, the state of the business. We're looking at everything around us. And in a time right now where there's a lot of people coming to me saying, what do I do? What do I do? How do I be like Effy? What do I do? How do I be like Mance? He gets the same questions. How do I be like Steph? The answer right now is to take the work that is given to you and give it everything you've got. Every booking you have that you think is too small, give it everything you got. Get the footage, use the footage, give it everything you've got. Right now, in the next 2 years, we're in a complete rebuilding of not only the talent around us, but of the entire business as it stands. Things change overnight. You would have never had me guessing that the New Day would be off WWE or that they would ever consider offering them any less money with the work that those guys have done. But now we find ourselves in a world where they're possibly independent contractors out here with us now. There's a possibility you could book Effy versus Xavier Woods. That's a possibility. It's a thing that could happen. To predict wrestling right now, it is completely unpredictable. There's no reason to predict it. I would sit back. We're in a weird recession. We're doing our best out here. But the shows that do show up and the places that do put you on and the places that are filming you and showing you off, give it everything you got, because right now is going to be the grind. It's the same way it was at the beginning of COVID, where things are rough. Like, it's the wartime, Peter. It's disgusting we even have to say that for no reason. It's the wartime. Work, do your best. If you're getting bookings, take them. If you're not, I wouldn't be that worried. And keep moving forward, because there's so much good wrestling out there. There's so much incredible wrestling out there. To go to Focus Pro, which is a relatively new promotion, and see the caliber of matches that they're putting on, and to see the crowd growth, and to see them also utilizing a venue like a brewery, which makes sense, and you can fill with people, and the sound is great, and they're excited, and there's food and drink. It's really awesome. And to do the show at 3:00, I was done. I was ready, and I was home that night. I saw you before you went to bed. I get so excited about the change of everything and the differences that we're going to see. But I also say, listen, the next 2 years, I think for everybody, they're going to be tough. They're not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of change, but this too shall pass. We're nearing the end of it, right? Somebody could kick him down the stairs or trip him off the stairs of that airplane, and we'd be in a whole nother world. Then we'd have to see what old Antichrist could do, what old Kentucky Elegy Antichrist could pull off. But either way, we're at the end of their world, and they're fighting like foxes in the corner to maintain whatever they have, to maintain the legacy they've had. Wrestling is moving without legacy. America is moving without legacy, and we have to define what our new version of self is, because I think they stole an election, and that's, we can't take that back. But we can look around and see what's actually real, and we can communicate with people around us, and we can talk to people and learn about people and disagree with people, but also set some standards. And I think if we can hang in there and put the work in the next couple of years, we're going to be in a really good place, whether I'm the president or not, whether I'm just out here taking wrestling bookings or not. But I'm not as dismayed as I see some people around me being in the upcoming times, because there are still people out there that are loud and themselves and vibrant and show up and get it done and don't complain. And we're going to need a lot of that. We're going to need a lot of that coming up. And if you want to know how to make it right now, just keep swimming, baby. Keep swimming, keep grinding, stay in the river. It's not always easy to swim down the river, but if you get out of the river keeps moving, and we need you here. I appreciate everybody listening. This is great.
Yeah,
I know it's a little short for an episode, but we've got a lot of guests coming up. So I may be overwhelming you with guests next week. We're going to get some people in, and then we're going to get some more people in. We're going to continue having guests on the show, but we're also going to continue having these conversations, because
absolutely,
I can't have you out of the spotlight too long. But it is probably nice for you to not have to talk to me 3 hours a week, every single week.
Oh, I thought
on
this
camera
was fantastic, and I think that makes that more of a possibility.
Yeah, because you're not always in this chair with me now. And to watch how you've learned about wrestling, not just wrestling, but sort of like there's been these moments that would have never happened if we didn't sort of start expanding this thing. And to sit here now and go, I sometimes don't realize that people who are following along with my career, even if they're following along closely, are not there for that much of Effy. And these people who I've met on the road and come across and worked with and been around for years, they are at least getting to show themselves first. But it's also like, I think it's expanding the mythos of what we're doing here, where people are going to, I don't want to be Johnny Appleseed, but pretty sick way to live. You finish your life and just become a legend. Let's get the legend out there now and let people know what's up. And I know more about these people than anybody. So we're gonna expand the reach of who they're finding, because I want to show them off the right way. Same way I book a brunch. I want to show you off the right way.
Yeah, absolutely.
As yourself. Peter, do you have anything to add?
No, I think we said it all.
Perfect. Hit me with those theme songs and go to weekend@effys.com. Listen, if you don't have money right now, I'm not going to force you to be on the Patreon. I'm going to ask every week. You should be on the Patreon. You can get merch discounts. You can get stuff in the mail. You can get pictures of the dogs, pictures of it's just dogs right now. There's a lot of cool stuff with our bonus episodes. We just did a Movie John episode about Shanghai Triad. We just did another episode about all the movies of the time that are coming out. And we're continuing Weekend at Vince's, which is incredible, because we're going to be watching Fear No Evil starring Kane. I cannot wait to Kane lore you, because for as much as Glenn Jacobs is a despicable far-right person who has stood against trans people, stood in the way of women having control of their bodies, and done a lot of bad for the Tennessee nation, as a character, he is so fucking fascinating in wrestling, and it's going to blow your mind. Either way, if you can't do that, it's cool. Check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/@weekendateffys. Follow me, Effy Lives. Follow Peter, because you have some crazy art stuff that's going to be coming out and hitting on these reels that you've been experimenting with light and vision. I did have a dream last night that the slides were killing you, though. Yeah, I didn't like it, but yeah. I've had some really weird dreams the past few days, and this one was like us finding out the slides were killing you. So I don't, let's just check in on that and see and be cool about it. But follow those things, share us, check us out, recommend us to your friends. The actual touch, when you click and touch our podcast in any way, it benefits us. So help us out. Let people know. I'm running for president, Peter. We gotta start telling people. Let them know.
Let them know.
Let them know.
Let them know.
God, what should I wear a robe to my inauguration?
Yeah.
When was the last robe worn
for a presidential inauguration?
Yeah,
I don't know, like 4 or 5.
I'm wearing a robe.
Okay.